Hello, hello. Just checking to make sure my microphone is on. Oh my God, I'm being attacked by wombats. Oh my goodness. So first of all, welcome to day 4 of the Enchanted Wealth Festival. It's being a very solitary festival. Party of one. No, I think there are some people who are kind of lurking and taking in some of the stuff, but it's very understandable that it's been kind of like a very sort of a peaceful party. Hi, Bax. Hi. Okay, good boy. Okay, don't do that, buddy. I have to do this. Okay. He wants me to scratch his neck. Stay here, bud. Stay here. Because I have been going through a very powerful transition all week long. And even though my business name changed over from Healer's Alchemy to Magically Prosperous in January, because when I get the inspiration, I move, and I got the new domain name and all that and yada, 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 switched everything over. There's still some energetic catching up to do. Now, this week's Enchanted Wealth Festival, the main entire purpose of it really has been to celebrate the official grand opening of Magically Prosperous, even while I've been in this sort of transition-y phase of really making a conscious decision to not only go with the name change because it energetically came from my soul, and not only, hone down and decide what offerings stay and how, will they be structured the same way, and, what goes or what offerings maybe move into another container as a part of that container. So it's been this sort of like sort of like this machine puzzle piece kind of ordeal going on. And Sydney, you're literally like, I can count on you every time. You're amazing. But yeah, like the name change from Healer's Alchemy to Magically Prosperous. I mean, obviously, I've actually been working with healers, supporting them with their abundance, facilitating their own ability to raise their abundance vibration and step into their prosperity energy so that they can create prosperity into their realm. I've been doing this since in various ways since 2006. So, wow. That right there, holy cow, it's been 20 years. That's I can't even, wow. I mean, I know I'm a lot more wrinkly than I was back then, so there's the testimony of time right there. A wrinkly old prosperity shaman at your service. But seriously, folks, seriously. I kind of like it now. I went through a brief phase of like, oh no, I'm wrinkly. And now I'm like, ooh, I'm kind of wrinkly. That means I'm wiser, hopefully. So, but yeah, so this energetically this week is really showing me like, okay, we've transitioned into Magically Prosperous, both in name and in website, domain name. And the magical shift has been happening since January. But this week, suddenly, it was like Sunday, I was like, tomorrow I have to start a festival and have a week-long festival in my Facebook group to celebrate the official grand opening of Magically Prosperous, because it hasn't really been ready to be officially grand opened until now, because there were so many energetic parts, and that had to come into alignment. And even now, like, I thought I had my main 5 offerings, but then, like, the name of one of them shifted as recently as 2 days ago. And then I thought another offering was going to have a name change, but no, it went back to the original name. But it was like, everything's just been so shifty. and yeah, the sort of like the 5th and final offering that has been the least forthcoming of, like, it was going to be this long and it was going to be that long and it was going to be called that and then it was going to be called this, and that, I still need the name for that is sort of one of the final puzzle pieces that I am ready for it to be birthed. But so this week's festival has been, yes, about celebrating. Guys, what are you doing? Oh, one of their bone toys is kind of stuck in their crate in a weird way. Hold on one sec. Okay, I'll get it. There we go. Okay, excuse me. Okay, crazies. No, you're not crazy. You're active puppies. I don't mean crazy. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll give you neck rubs to make up for it. So the Enchanted Wealth Festival that is happening now through tomorrow, that started on Monday, that came on like a thunderstorm in spring. It was like, suddenly, ta-da, we're having a festival. Now we officially have one attendee, Sydney, and me, and all my animals, and all of the spirit guide helpers. Okay, there's way more than one attendee. Okay, so yes, so not only has it been the official grand opening celebration, it's also been my week of, okay, what's really going on right now with all this transition-y energy and transitory, and I just want everything to land, but it can't land until it's ready to land, and here I am, and I have to train myself to be patient, and wow. So that's what's been really happening this week, in addition to all the fun festival sharings that I've been sharing here in the group. And there will be more of that to come as well. So yes, and so the final outcome of all of the transition-y, shifty, transitory, alchemical, transmutational shenanigans that have been happening, is that my full-on realization, even just like within an hour before I came on to do this live, is that when I've been shown a timeline of, like, Sunday I'll finally be putting all the final touches on what the new thing is, and Monday I will come out with all of the new, is that what's really been going on is that there has been and is still being many deaths within the realm of my witchy healer business. And by that I mean energetic deaths. And by that I mean I have been, over time, and especially over this past week, truly dying to old earth ways of being in business and of doing business. All of that heavy, stressed out, feeling like you always have to be busy, push. Okay, that I put out that offer and people bought that, and now I have to figure out the next thing, always figuring out the next thing. And it's like, wait a minute, now I'm really seeing, feeling, and understanding on a deep level what's going on, and it's the death of all of that. And I think over time, over the last decade or two, I've had, other deaths and rebirths in similar ways, because everything's an onion, and we go through layers at a time, and it's not all, transitioning from this heavy, blocky thing into suddenly I'm just angel dust floating around. It's like, no, there's steps and levels, and and even as we grow into the higher and higher vibrations, and the steps may be fewer and farther between, but you do come to another place where the plateau has turned into a boop, you got to step right up there again. And then the plateau will maybe go for another 3, 4, or 5 years. But so yeah, this is a major step up from whatever the plateau has been, which has been really consisting of not only the healing of my own witch wound from the centuries of being mistreated, and then therefore being scared to be visible and come out with my magic and be seen as my fully magical, witchy, true self, healing from that, processing through that, releasing that, stepping out of that, and stepping into more visibility, and stepping into, the full on truth of who I am, what I can do, what I have done energetically, the amazing life changes I have facilitated, or that I have gone through myself just by changing energy, and that I have, helped to facilitate in my witchy soulmate tribes folk community. And it's been a time of, when I say it's been a time, I would say like the last few years, like 3 to 4 years, it's been a time of really stepping up and into and owning my power, and admitting, that I am powerful. I'm a powerful creator. I am the powerful creator of my own realm. And that is actually what I'm here to teach you guys, and how to actually do that, how to actually energetically affect change in your own realm. And your realm includes your life, your business, your experiences, your money, abundance, prosperity, your relationships, your true desires, being created into, architected into, and called forth into your own realm, so that you get to be fulfilled, resourced, happy, at peace, free to do and be all of who you are and all of what you're here to do. And because of the energetic chains of the witch wound, as it were, we have, just out of habit from centuries, we have been holding ourselves back, keeping ourselves small, sharing bits of our truth at a time, and then going back into the invisibility cloak, or back into the witch broom closet, et cetera, et cetera. And it's coming into this time, and a huge portion of what I'm here to teach right now is why and how to create your own energetic realm exactly as you desire it to be. Because it's a place and it's a space where you are fully grounded, balanced, stable. Your nervous system is regulated. And your powerful creator self is activated and active in your own energetic realm. And I've been teaching this on a couple podcasts within my, to my clients within some of our online portals and different, containers that I have my clients in. this is just the beginning. And talking about, oh, well, the important thing and the way to be happy and create all your true desires into your life is to create and be in and live in your own energetic realm. And like, that's been a sort of like okay, I'm saying it, I've lived it, I know how to do it, but how to translate that out so that my soulmate clients, my soulmate tribesfolk in general can fully receive that and identify as the person who is actually able to create everything you desire into your own realm. And that's been a little bit of a, do I do the thing where I say it very simply, like, okay, you've heard of manifestation, and people do steps A, B, and C to try to manifest, and they're taught to do these things to try to manifest everything they want into their life. And oftentimes my specific people who have been, experiencing the witch wound for so many lifetimes, have a bit of a more of a struggle in, oh yeah, you can just manifest your dreams and desires. And like my unique group, tribe of soulmate clients, we sit there and go, and we're like frozen and stuck. It's like, but wait, we have to change our own energies into the version of ourselves who truly not only logically knows, but feels in our hearts and souls that we truly deserve to have our desires and to live our dreams, and we get to be the ones who create all of this into our realms. So it's like taking back the witch after hiding in the broom closet for so long. And this is it. Like, this is, the death has been really letting go of any old earth, heavy, struggly, stressed out ways of doing biz and being in your biz, which is just left over from, it just kind of came hand in hand with the heaviness of the witch wound and the blockiness of the witch wound. And we're now growing into, so it's been the death of that. And now many of us are preparing to and feeling ready to grow into that witch who can actually be the container for your wealth, your dreams, all that you desire, and to actually be that witch who creates your powerful realm and creates the rules and regulations for that realm. Like, in my realm, in my own personal energetic realm, my unique space that I create from my soul, here's what's not allowed anymore and ever again. No more blocky old earth ways of doing and being in business and life. No more putting other people first and helping everyone else before we help ourselves. Wah, wah. That goes down the tubes. No more, and keep it coming, and no more this and no more that and no more. And also we get to say, here's what I want in my realm. And I have my beautiful cosmic-y journal that I open a new page every day, and I just keep adding more good stuff into my realm. Because when you write it down, that helps to physically ground it into your reality, into the creation of your own reality. So, okay, yes, manifesting. Think of what you do want and focus on that, and write it on a sticky note, whatever those are called, post it, and then burn it, over the sink and flush the ashes down the drain. So it's now out in the universe what you want. And I'm not saying that won't work ever. I'm saying that there are energetic places and spaces in our unique tribe of magical witchy healer leaders, the ones who know that we've come here not only to be a healer, but with a purpose, with a unique soul imprint that we are meant to bring out into the world, and, you know, sharing it with our tribe so that we can leave Earth a better place than it was. Or more specifically, we can leave humanity a better mass of people than it was before we came here. Because Earth, she knows how to take care of herself. So really, I mean, humanity, the human race, the human tribe of beings, and yeah. Those with callings, that's my tribe. Those who have, you know, who've felt a calling for a long time, but who maybe has not yet even felt safe to start sharing it at all, and or you already have your healer business, you've been sharing your calling, but that you keep coming up to these brick walls or hitting glass ceilings or however you want to put it, and not knowing how to, you know, process past those into your next level, into the level of you being the witch who gets to create all of your desires into your realm. So that is where Magically Prosperous is heading. Well, that's what it's here for. And the death is that we're letting go of all that is not that, so that I get to be in my space to create and share all that is that. From witch wounded to wealthy witch. And wealthy meaning money, joy, peace, harmony, freedom, tranquility, serenity, happiness, glee, you know. And it doesn't mean you're never going to feel other human emotions like grief and sadness and anger and all of that. But you will be that witch who can be present to all of your emotions and be here for yourself. But knowing that as each emotion comes, it's like watching clouds in the sky. It's like, okay, you know, irritation, I'm irritated. It shall pass like the cloud, you know, grief, of course, right? We're human. Well, no, there are animals who feel grief too. I was going to say it's uniquely human. That's not true. It's uniquely humane. But other animals feel grief when they're separated from their loved ones or a loved one dies. But, you know, anger, frustration, it too shall pass, right? That is the truth. And you can be present to yourself in every experience, but not allowing that experience or that feeling or that emotion to override your overall creation of heaven on earth, of your slice of heaven on earth, in this body, in this lifetime. And the more of us who become present, empowered, embodied creators of our own slices of heaven on earth, the more of us that do that, the more it's going to create a ripple in the pond effect, and, you know, ripples in the oceans, and that energy will transmit from our beings and our realms out to, you know, whatever divinely aligned tribes, human tribes, that we've been divinely assigned to work with. I call them soulmate tribes. Or your tribe could be, maybe you work with animals, you know. So you saying yes to being the wealth witch, creating your divinely prosperous and magically prosperous realm can transmit out and have a healing effect on your animal clients, right? Which will be paid for by your human by their human parents, right? Unless maybe you got a whole thing going on with the animals, cool animal money magic. But, you know, your client could be land or houses. You know, maybe you're a grid walker, clearing, you know, energetic, you know, alchemizing the energy of earth where strange or unhelpful things have happened. I've done that. Not as a professional service, but just spontaneously. Being the shaman that I am, I have experienced myself doing that. It's a cool story that goes with that. But I'm going to stick with with the road I'm on right now. Maybe your soulmate clients are interior spaces, homes, workspaces that need energy clearing, feng shui, you know, all of that. Still, again, the keepers of those spaces will be the ones paying you the money for the services. But what I'm saying is, whatever beings or objects or, you know, types of people or animals or whatever, earth spaces or geographic locations or whatever you are divinely here to work with. When you decide to say a conscious yes to and actually act upon becoming the creator of your realm of heaven on earth, that heaven on earth energy transmits out to whoever and whatever you're working with or working on. Okay, I think that's clear. That feels clear to me. Yay, I'm getting better at talking about it in English. It's just so easy to experience it all energetically. And so thank you for allowing me to come and talk about the death and rebirth cycle of Magically Prosperous, or from the movement from healer's alchemy to magically prosperous. It all is moving along in the right direction, even though I've been, my patience has been, you know, well, I've been working on being more patient this week. I've known for some time that was coming, that will be a necessity, and it is now. And even though this has been a Facebook Live during the Enchanted Wealth Festival in my Magically Prosperous Wildwoods Lilac Grove Facebook group, I am now also dubbing this episode 15 of my podcast, and I will be downloading this and uploading it to my podcast on YouTube and on Substack. And Substack, kind of, what's the word, like kind of, it gets transmitted out to other podcast platforms from there. Can't think of the names of all of them. But anyway, yes. Ooh, and speaking of YouTube, if you want to follow my regular YouTube channel where I upload my podcast episodes, it is Magically Prosperous with ASTRA. And also, I have a new YouTube channel, and it consists only, so far, you know, I'm open to letting it flow where it wants to flow, but it consists so far only of my prosperity code sound healing recordings. I'm like, and it is called Stream of Sacred Song, Prosperity Codes with ASTRA. And I'd love more followers, subscribers on both channels. But the Stream of Sacred Song, Prosperity Codes with ASTRA is really very new. I've got 3 subscribers, which I'm really happy about. A couple nights ago, I had a dream that I looked at the number of subscribers and it had gone from 3 to 9. And I woke up and I went, hey, it didn't really happen. Not yet. But so if you want to help make my dreams come true, a little Hall & Oates in there. You make my dreams come true. And so, yeah, Stream of Sacred Song, prosperity codes with ASTRA. Help me go from 3 to 9. E-I-E-I-O. And I've had 86 subscribers on my Magically Prosperous. Magically Prosperous with ASTRA, I think, is my podcast YouTube channel. I've had, it's like weird, capped at 86 subscribers for a really long time. And I don't really like market either one of them. And I forget to tell people. And see right there, that's a prime example of, for us magical witchy healer leaders, me doing all these things in all these different places and online portals and forgetting to tell people that they can go there and subscribe or go there and do this or go there and participate. It's like this fog, this veil, that is a residual remnant energy of the witch wound. Where now we're in it, we're doing all these magical things. It's amazing. We are, transmuting energy left and right, and we're not telling anyone about it. or very few people, or even if we post about it, like 2 people see our posts, and that's a block. It's an energetic block. Needs to go. It's going by the wayside. It's not allowed in my energetic realm any longer. My fog in my soul-created, self-created energetic realm, the fog and the veil of the witch wound do not belong and are not welcome anymore. Well, they've never been welcome, but, I was allowing it because it was just an old habit. So that's just a prime example of things that are no longer acceptable. The things that's the death, those things have died or are dying. And what is birthing or rebirthing is the return of the witch, of the magical witchy healer, and moving into our realms of enchanted wealth and rebirthing into our states of sovereignty as the magical witchy healer leader shamans of our uniquely, divinely aligned and assigned tribes.